Hi everyone, it's Dave again. Today I will show you a fantastic deck which literally kills expensive meta decks but won't cost all your money and your house, so don't worry. This budget Shaddoll deck is insane, and to build it you can just buy 3 Shaddoll Showdown structure decks and a few other cards, or you can order all cards as singles. It doesn't matter, it won't nearly cost you as much as the invoked version, for example, of the deck, and even without the invoked cards, it is so competitive and can punish meta decks so hard. So let's see the deck, and after that I will show you a quick combo. First, our normal summons, 3 Mathematician. You can send your Shaddolls to grave to activate their effects, or you can send your 3 Clown to have 2 monsters on the field with 1 summon. It's a cool starter. Next, we play 3 Reshadow Wendy, which is not only cute, in my opinion, but the best Shadow monster, because either if you flip summon it or send it to the grave by a card effect, you will be able to special summon any Shadow from the deck. It's crazy. It helps you spam your Shadows. Next, 3 Schemata. This is like Wendy. It is any Shadow in your deck because you can send it to grave and then you can send any Shadow to grave, and don't forget that it has a cool flip effect. You can destroy a monster on the field. It's really cool. 2 Hedgehog. You can add Shadow monsters to hand or Shadow spells and traps if a Hedgehog is flipped. We play 2 Dragon. If you send it to the grave, by a card effect you can destroy a spell or trap. You can play only 1. If your local players don't play a lot of spells and traps in their decks, I personally play 2. I know there are no locals in a lot of areas right now, but you know what I mean, you can always modify your deck for your taste and your local meta. Next, 1 Beast. It's a draw power. It is really great, but most cases I find that the other Shadows would be better for my combos, and the draw is random, so I play only 1. If you feel you can naturally play 2, for example if you cut a dragon out, or you can simply add another beast. We play 1 Falco. It's not a bad card, but you can search it, and there are better Shadows, so you play only 1. The last Shadow we play, Ariel. Ariel is perfect for the combos, but you don't want to see it in your hand, so 1 is okay. Next, we play 1 Trick Clown. It is so cool. You can send it with the Mathematician to special summon it back, or you can use it as a fusion material, and it special summons itself back. And this way you have a free body on board. It is also light, so you can use it for construct. After this, we play 3 Ash, 3 Nibiru, and 3 Ghost Ogre. The reason why we play so many hand traps. Ash and Nibiru is really powerful against most decks. Ogre is not used as much, but it's cool because it not negates, but destroys, so your opponent use a card on board, and that card won't be usable again because you will destroy that card even if the effect goes through. Moreover, Nibiru and the Ghost Ogre are light monsters, so you can fusion summon your construct with them, and they won't be dead draws that way. So as a hand trap or as a material, they are perfect for the deck. After this, let's see the spells. First, the most insane, Shaddoll Fusion. If your opponent controls a monster, which were special summoned from the extra deck, you can fusion summon using materials from your own deck. You can build a board from 1 card. Or you can send a dragon to fusion summon a monster and destroy a spell or trap at the same time. This card is really powerful. Next we play 3 Shaddoll Fusion. It is a bit weaker but a quick play spell, so you can summon your Winda during your opponent's turn and literally you can end their turn. 1 Shaddoll Fusion, usable in a few situations, and it is a fusion spell, so 1 is okay in the deck. It helps a lot sometimes, and it's searchable as the others. Basically, we need a lot of fusion spells. In the invoked version, the invocations do the job, but in this we have to use other stuff because we don't want the invocation engine. And this ratio, well, I think it's absolutely perfect for the deck. Moreover, as you see, we play 3 super polymerization. They are insane board breakers. Your opponent cannot respond to them, so just use them and watch them cry. Sorry, that's all. One Foolish Burial, for obvious reasons, and another Traps. 2 Paleozoic Deinonychus to remove cards like Mystic Mine, and it is a free body on board from the grave, so it's absolutely good for the deck, and it's good against the meta. 2 Reshadow Incarnation. Because it is a pure Shaddoll deck, we play 2 instead of 1. Its effects are both good. Even if you don't use it for the aerial combo, you can still use it to summon back your construct, which will give it back to your hand at distraction, and you can get your construct back again using this again, so you can do that infinite number of times. This was the main deck, 41 card, and now the extra deck. I will tell you a few upgrade options, but the original build is good enough for the meta level, so don't worry. First, we play 3 Construct. I talked about this card, it is great to start your combos. In most cases this is the first fusion summon. 2 Winda, it's so good. Guys, it's so good. It only let your opponent, actually it only let each player special summon once per turn, which means that it even protects you from Nibiru. 1 Upcalon, it negates a monster, which is really annoying for your opponent. And 1 Shekinaga, because there are earth monsters on the opponent's side sometimes, and you can super poly them. And our mathematician is also earth. Moreover, Shekinaga's effects is good enough to play it. For our super polymerization targets, we play an Earth Golem against Cybers and the Starving Venom Fusion Dragon. Of course, your Shaddolls are also great targets, so you can choose any of these cards to use as a super polymerization target. You can also use the Mood Dragon if you would like, or you can add the Predaplant, which use a Dark and a Fusion monster. It depends on your taste and on the local meta. We play 1 Xyz, the Abyss Dweller. It kills most of the decks, so of course we play it and we have a lot of level 4s. For the links, 1 Shaddoll Construct, you can fusion summon with this. 2 Cross Ships. It is not crazy expensive, it is less than $10, so I would absolutely recommend it. You can make your combos with this guy easily. I mean, not with this guy, with this ship. Doesn't matter, okay. If you would like to play only 1, that's also fine. In most cases that's enough. And if you can afford it, you can change the second one to a Verta Anaconda, the Predaplant Link monster, sorry, which is a great addition. It can copy your fusion spells, which is, as you can probably see based on the deck build, is a really crazy effect. The Anaconda is a bit expensive, and as I said, the deck doesn't absolutely need it, but it will make your deck even stronger. So if you can afford it, you can buy it. If you can't or you don't want, doesn't matter, it remains a strong deck. So after that, let's see the link 4 of the deck. We play Boreal Sword for 1 turn kills. You can also play another link 4, Appaloosa, but that's a really expensive card right now. Maybe after the reprint it won't be as bad as regards the price. So that's only an option. Finally, we play 1 Gravity Controller, not only because sometimes it is good to send your construct to grave to activate its effect, but because Gravity Controller's effects are not bad at all. So this was the deck. It is really strong and not too expensive. If you would like a more expensive build with Shaddoll cards, you can watch my Invoked Shaddoll videos, link in the description. And now let's see a quick combo. We will do the combo with Shaddoll Fusion, Mathematician and Schemata, which locks down your opponent nicely. First, we summon out Mathematician, which will send the Trick Clown to the grave. Trick Clown will activate its effect and summons back itself to our side of the field. And that's the time to activate the Shaddoll Fusion in your hand. You can send the Trick Clown and the Schemata to grave to summon out Construct. Now, Construct will send a Shaddoll card, namely Shaddoll Incarnation from your deck to the graveyard. Okay, nice. And Schemata will send a Shaddoll monster, Wendy, to the grave, and Wendy will special summon from your deck, let's see, an Ariel. What we do after this, we will use the Construct and the Mathematician to summon a Cross Ship, and because we sent Construct to grave, we can get back the fusion to our hand. Now we use Shaddoll Incarnation and banish itself and Construct from the grave to flip our Ariel. Ariel's effect will trigger and summon a banished Shaddoll, Shaddoll Construct in defense position. Cross Ship will be triggered and summon back a Schemata. Don't forget that you have to summon back your Construct to a zone Cross Ship points too to activate your ship. Construct's effect will also activate and will send a Shaddoll card to grave. This time this will be the Falco, which will summon itself back to the field. After this we use the 2 level 4 monsters to summon, to summon a Dweller from the extra deck. It will lock down the opponent's graveyard. And we can also set the Shaddoll Fusion. During your opponent's turn, we can activate Dweller and use the Fusion spell to summon an Shaddoll Winda and the Falco back, so your opponent can't use the graveyard and can only special summon one monster. Moreover, you can even have an Ash or something like that in hand, so the opponent will have a hard time dealing with your board. Moreover, if your Winda will be killed somehow, you can get a fusion back, so it will refill your hand in some extent. Cool, right? So this was my Veggie competitive Shaddoll deck profile, which I consider very powerful in the format, going first or going second. This was all for today, guys. I hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed it or found it helpful, don't forget to click on that like and subscribe to my channel for more content. See you next time and get your game on!